Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
I apologize for being 2 minutes late. I just had a speaking class with a student just in front of you. So I apologize about that. Let me see your cameras on, please. All right. Let's see who we have. Tanjishi, Chinchin, Claire, Tevin, Kaitong, Haley, Shishan, Sebastian, Ishan as well. Marcus just texted me he will be absent today. Yam, she's not here. I don't know if she's going to join us or not. No idea. Okay, cool. Let me just see what was your homework, guys, just very quickly. All right, Unit 7. Unit 7, review page 94. How many of you have done the homework? Raise your hands. Give me an emoji. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shishan and Haley, you haven't done the homework?
Sorry, teacher, I just want to grab my pencil box because it was in my bag.
Okay, all right. All right, let's take a look. First, we're going to check it. Let me just double check, guys, the page. My memory is horrible. I said 94. Okay, let's open 94. All right, first we're going to check it out. Okay, 94. All right, let's start with exercise 1. The first one is obviously one of the, you do know, guys, when we have a vocabulary and grammar review, doesn't matter which unit it is, you can see that pretty much the exercises are very similar because these are types of the exercise you're going to have on your examination. Now, as much as I'm trying not to mention examination, so you wouldn't stress out yourself too much, this is just a reminder, okay? That's why you have the same type of exercises, because no one is going to ask you, for example, a question, okay, how do we form past perfect, for example, right? No one is going to ask you that. However, when you're doing an exercise, we can literally tell if you do know how to use it or not. Now, within the first exercise, we had, I'm going to make it bigger, word formation. You're having the base of the word on the side. You just need to play with the word and try to find the correct or suitable option. Okay, so let's see, who should I ask? Starting here. Tanjishi, I'll start with you. 1, 2, and 3, please.
The teams that come first are the ones who race intelligently and adapt to the prediction.
Anyone else has something else for prediction?
Predicament?
Not really. So I'll give you a hint. You need to have a prefix. Someone said something. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Predictable.
Predictable. Okay, but it's actually unpredictable. Thank you, Claire. Yes, you sent it to me. Unpredictable situations. All right. Anjishi, keep going, please.
The teams who do well show both flexibility and patience.
Patience, very well, good. And one more.
Unfortunately, our preparation for the race in Australia weren't methodical in any way.
Okay, preparation. Perfect, thank you. Tevin, let's keep going. Number 4, please.
In fact, as a beginner, I was so unexperienced that the training I actually did was simply to run and cycle as much and as hard as I could.
Can you please tell me one more time, which word did you use, number 4?
My answer for number 4 is unexperienced.
Unexperienced or inexperienced?
Oh, inexperienced.
Oh, inexperienced. Inexperience, okay? And what was number 5?
Number 5 is simply.
Simply, that's a good one. Good. Simply, okay, thank you. Sebastian, keep going, please.
When we actually did the race, one of my team's mates became just too tired to continue. We had been going really fast without taking any rest, and he had been willingly to ask us to take a break.
Okay, that's not the correct answer. Someone else. He said willingly. You also
Unwilling,
need to have, say it again.
unwilling.
Unwilling. Unwilling is correct. Very well. Unwilling. Excellent. Keep going, please. Sebastian,
Is it still
7 and
me?
8, please.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
please.
I knew that our team had not been prepared, or I don't know this one.
Realistic. Realistic. All right.
Oh, okay. About the pace we could keep. Not finishing that race was the most valuable lesson I could have learned.
Perfect. Good. I give you a second, guys, so you can write them down. So we can continue. Okay, let's get going to the next one. I'm going to clear this because I'm going to need the page a little bit up. Okay, continuing with Chen Shen.
Can I suggest taking a break in about 10 minutes?
Yeah, the next one.
Did you manage to get in touch with her?
Yes, perfect.
Do you want me to invite her?
To invite her, brilliant. And one more.
He's considering to change his course of studies.
Considering changing. Changing. Considering changing. Okay. Shishan, do you have 5 and 6?
Oh, he absolutely refuses to have anything to do with them.
Yeah, to have. Very well. The next one, sweetie, one more.
Oh, he admitted stealing the money.
Stealing the money, brilliant. Stealing the money, awesome. Guys, I give you a minute, so please write down the answers. I forgot to say this, but I hope you have it already as a habit. So don't erase your answers, just cross them with a thin line and just write the correct one on the top, because this way you can see what kind of mistakes you're making. I'll give you a minute so we can go to the second part. Okay, let's move the page. Clear, going for the next one. All right. We'll keep going. Claire, you're next.
He persuaded them to finish the job.
To finish, yeah. Let me just write it down. To finish. Okay, cool. Next one.
I expect to become very rich one day.
To become, yeah, perfect. The next one.
I really don't mind working at weekends.
Working, brilliant. And one more, please.
It's no good asking him anything. He's really unhappy.
Amazing. Amazing, sweetie, very well. Asking. Okay, cool. After Claire, we're going to ask, let me see who's on the list. Ishan, you're next.
Toya enjoys working in an internet cafe.
Perfect.
You
Next.
know it's not worth spending so much money on a meal like that.
Excellent. Standing, brilliant. Okay. After that, we are going to Haley.
You know it's not what? Oh, you
Exercise 3.
can't go skydiving until you're 18 years old. People under 18 are not allowed.
Are not allowed. Okay. Are not allowed. Skydiving. Okay. And one more. Haley, one more.
Me? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
please.
He didn't want to get sunburned, so he stayed in the shade. He stayed in the shade to avoid getting sunburned.
Perfect. To avoid getting sunburned. Brilliant. Okay. I'll give you a minute, guys. We just need 4 more sentences to finish, but please write this one down or check them out. Okay, clearing this and going for the next one. Kaitong, you're next. 3 and 4.
Paula hates windsurfing when the weather is cold. Paula can't bear windsurfing when the weather is cold.
Good. Paula can't bear windsurfing. All right, and one more.
Could you please turn your mobile phone off? Would you mind turning your mobile phone off?
Bravo, well done. Would you mind turning, okay, oh, 2, what am I having 2? Okay, Tanjishi, you're next.
If you don't take all the safety precautions, you might risk getting into an accident.
You may risk an accident should be the correct one. What did you say?
Oh, maybe I added too many words.
Yeah, you may risk having an accident. Okay, sweetie, what do you have for the last one?
The weather is so wet that there's no point for a walk today.
No point. Okay, no point is one of the options. No point. Okay, cool. How many of you had everything correct? How many of you had one mistake? Okay, Tanjishi. How many of you had 2 mistakes?
More than one mistake, sorry.
Okay. How 2, okay. How many of you had 3 mistakes? Okay. All right. How many of you had 4 mistakes? Okay. All right, good. Not bad. Not bad at all. Good. All right, perfect. Let me just see, where did we stop last week? I want to push the book a little bit. Okay, page 88. Let's clear it up. Page 88. Just want to make sure that we're going to cover a little bit more from the book. because as I said, in September, you're going to have, so 2 of the classes, 2 weeks, basically, you're going to have kind of the mock test again. This will be your final one. So because next week is the 29th, we're still going to have the class, even though it's the 5th week. If you remember, we didn't have a class in May. I think it was 1st or 2nd May. I can't remember. And I'm thinking the examination or the mock test, not examination, sorry, bad words I chose, should be probably the first 2 weeks of September. If not the first one, probably the second one and the third one. I will give you an update, okay? It doesn't mean you're going to come to class and I'm going to say, okay, now we're having a test. It's not going to be like that. Promise you that. Okay, so listening, page 88. Oh yeah, we've done this. Okay, good. Let's do the listening part and let's see, we're going to cover that as well. Okay, until speaking, and we're going to use the speaking part as well today. You're going to hear a student called Julie giving a talk to students in her year about the time her father was on television quiz show. Before you listen, read the sentences and decide. Okay. All right, let's take a look. So starting from the beginning, Claire, would you like to start first?
A TV producer invited Julie's aunt to the quiz show while she was working in a small shop belonging to the family.
In a small shop or just a shop? Okay, a shop, working in a shop. Okay, cool, thank you. Tevin, you're next, number 2.
She didn't go because she was worried that she would be too nervous to answer any questions.
Excellent, nervous, brilliant. Kaitong, number 3.
Julie's father used a hired car to travel to the show.
Hired car, very well, thank you. Haley, next one for you, number 4.
When he went to the show, he forgot to wear a tie.
A tie, thank you. Tanjishi,
He prepared for the show by learning large numbers of facts from the newspapers.
what kind of facts? Trivial facts. Trivial facts. Okay, good. Sebastian, you're next.
The contestants were asked to wait in the.
It was the color.
I didn't know this.
Some kind of room with a certain color.
I don't know this one.
Who knows this answer?
Green room.
Green room, thank you. Yes, Hailey, that's my mistake because there is in the, and I put thank you for that. I just realized, yeah. Chenshin, next one for you, please, number 7.
She competed against a university lecturer, a bus driver, and a bank employee.
Okay. Isha, next one for you.
The contestant will ask questions on general knowledge during the show.
General knowledge, yeah. General knowledge, brilliant. Number 9. Who I didn't ask? Ishan?
You asked me just now.
Oh, what? That was you. Okay, then Chenshin.
Yeah, asked me to.
I asked. That's fine. Okay, let's ask Shishan then. Shishan, sweetie, do you have the answer, number 9?
Oh, I'm not sure. Is The show was broadcast almost 1 minute.
How many months?
3 months after it
2
was
months. 2 months. 2 months. Question 7. Oh yeah, university lecturer. What is wrong with me today? I have a little bit of headache. Maybe that's why. I'm sorry. Lecturer. I'm trying to fast. I'm trying not to eat food in the next 40 hours. Well, I've been fasting for 22 hours. Not religiously though, just to lose some weight and just to clean my body. Maybe that's why I'm having a little bit of headache, which should be the opposite. I should be very focused, but it's my second day, so I hope by next week my focus will be on point. Thank you for reminding me, pointing my mistakes though. Let's go with the next one, number 10, the last one. Sebastian.
Julie's father won a trophy and a toy elephant.
No, it was a certain thing that they win, but what was it? What do you watch at night?
Movies
Okay, where do you watch them?
or a ticket,
Where do you watch them?
cinema,
At home, Sebastian. Where do you watch at home that?
in the living room.
Oh my goodness, we're looking for the item.
Oh, a TV.
Oh, hallelujah, well done. Won a television, a TV. All right, those are the answers. Please make sure you check them out and thumbs up if you have everything correct. Oh, Haley, I might look okay, but I do want to lose a couple of kilos. I'm trying, not easy, so bad, but I'm trying. Okay, only one student raised. Okay, how about the rest of you? Who has 2 mistakes? Three mistakes? Okay. 4 mistakes? 5 mistakes? I'm not going to ask you if someone has 10 mistakes. I don't want to hear about that. I'm not happy with that. All right, cool. Okay. So guys, a tip of advice over here. When you have a listening task like this specifically, apart from the fact that first thing you need to do is go through the text and just see what kind of words are here, okay? So working in the, belonging to, most likely I'm talking about a place, right? Now let's take a look at the second one. She didn't go because she was worried that she would be too. Now, I don't even have to listen to the text in order to help me to find a suitable answer. Maybe not the correct one, but something that potentially could fit over there. So now I know because she was worried, most likely I'm having an emotion here, like a feeling, okay? So that means I'm looking for an adjective. Now the next one, Julie's father used a. Now I'm talking about traveling. What could he potentially use to travel? Could be a car, a plane, a bus, a train, okay? So the advice here is try to get the general word. What would you put over here? Even though you're not going to hear it listen to the audio, okay? So make sure you're analyzing the sentence and just see what kind of vocabulary is missing. That's very important. This is going to help you a lot. Now, of course, it depends. You might gonna figure out a synonym, okay? But if you are already familiar, like if you've read the text and you're thinking, like what I would do is, for example, I talk too much today. Let's say number 4, when he went to the show, he forgot to wear a jacket. So in my head, I'm gonna put here a jacket, right? Even though that wasn't the answer, it was a tie. But then again, I know I'm speaking about certain clothes, right? So make sure you're doing this. It should come natural, like with more practice, rather than focusing Oh, okay, what did he forgot to wear? All right. Okay, cool. Let's get going. Next exercise, or next thing we're going to do will be a little bit of reported speech. Reported speech, it's a little bit, I don't want to say it's difficult, but could be a little bit challenging. Why? Because you need to learn how from which grammar tense, how do you change the sentence? So we're having two examples over here. Let me make it like this. Number one, she said she was afraid she'd get too nervous and be able to speak when they asked her questions. A, I'm afraid I'll get too nervous and be able to speak when they ask me questions. B, I'm afraid I got too nervous and I was unable to speak when they asked me questions. Which one is the correct answer now? A or B? What do you think? Claire, what do you think?
A.
A. But do you know why, or just it was a lucky guess?
Because she didn't say she will really be afraid, nervous.
Okay.
But will just like thinking she would be.
Okay. Look at the sentence. I'm afraid I will get. So this is something in the future. I will get too nervous and be unable to speak when they ask me questions. So over here, we're referring pretty much to the future. But the second one says, I'm afraid I got too nervous and I was unable to speak when they asked me questions. This is past, right? But that wasn't the case with her. How about the second one? My elder sister, changing the pen, my elder sister, who was only 11 at the time, told her she should go because it was the chance of a lifetime. A, you go because it's a chance of a lifetime, or B, you should go because it's the chance of a lifetime. Chen, what do you think?
B.
B. Okay, so B will be the correct answer. My elder sister, who was told her she should go because it was the chance of a lifetime. And now this is the reported speech, right? So let's look at the sentence. You should go because it is the chance of a lifetime. So as I said, reported speech could be a little bit annoying just because you need to know from which grammar tense, how do you change the sentence. However, it's not that difficult. Therefore, I'm gonna open the book on page 173. Give me a second, I'm just gonna open another book. So I wouldn't, okay, I don't have it. 173. Let's take a look. '72, '73. Okay, so let's take a look, the reported speech, or how do we change the sentences? Okay, so if we have a sentence in present simple, it needs to go in past simple. I live in Berlin. She said she lived in Berlin. So present simple goes to past simple. Present continuous goes to past continuous. I'm watching TV. He said he was watching TV. Now, oftentimes what I hear from students is they put that. He said that he was watching TV. Can you use it? Yes, you can. Should you use it? I would say no, because this way the sentence looks a little bit more posh, okay? It looks a little bit more well, not formal is not the right word. However, the sentence looks much better. However, you can use that. Usually when we say, when we use that and which, I think it's more like a common thing when it comes to speaking rather than writing. So present perfect changes to past perfect. I've seen the film already. She said she had seen the film already. I've seen, had seen. Past simple goes to past perfect. I missed the concert. He told me he had missed the concert. Will is going to change into would. I'll phone you soon. She promised she would phone me soon. So my advice for you would be, in your notebooks, just write down. So you can write, for example, reported speech, and then make it like this. Present simple, changes. Oops. Oh my goodness. Let's go with the hyphen. Past simple. Should you make an example? Maybe you can. But, okay, this is easy if you know how do you form the grammar tenses. If you know present simple, present continuous, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, will, and would. If you know them, it's super easy. However, if you're struggling with certain grammar tenses, I would say write down an example. I'm talking about your notebook. Write down an example. Yes, you're having an example here. I don't think you should use the same example because it's not accurate, right? Use your own example because you're only learning from your mistakes. You cannot learn from someone else's mistake because this will be your writing, okay? So this is the easiest way for you. What I'm saying is, reported speech, again, is not difficult, but it's a little bit tricky. You need to know the grammar tenses. If you don't know them, then it's going to be difficult. So if I ask you, what is the most difficult part? You're going to say, well, reported speech. You know what that's, oh my. What does that tell me? It tells me you don't know the grammar tenses. Therefore, I cannot help you with reported speech because you haven't learned the grammar tenses. So let's sum up. In order for you to understand how to do reported speech, you need to learn these grammar tenses and you have to feel very comfortable with them. All right? So I am going to give you a task to see how it goes. FCE here. Okay, here it is. This is page 89. You're having some sentences over here, but you need to change them. So I will give you one example. Last night, I saw a fantastic film, said Phil. Tell me which grammar tense we have here. Sebastian?
Yes, teacher.
Which grammar tense is in this sentence? Present simple, past perfect, future tense. Which grammar tense is this?
Past simple.
Past simple. Now, if we want to make a reported speech, which grammar tense we need to use now?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? I just explained. I was speaking for 7 minutes for that, and you still don't know. So if we have past simple, how do you change the sentence?
Past perfect.
Past perfect. That's what I'm saying. So if you don't know what I mean, that means that you don't know these rules over here. You can use page 179 to help you. That's not for you. This is your book. Yeah, to finish these sentences. So I would like you to do exercise 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 and 2. And then we will continue. Once you're ready, give me thumbs up so we can check them out. And you're going to have a break though. Okay, most of you are ready. Let's take a look then. So the first one, Sebastian, do you want to go first, please?
Um,
Phil.
Phil told me that
So now you have to change last night. How are you going to change last night? Previous night. Keep going.
the previous night he saw a fantastic film.
No. What did I say previously? You're not following the grammar tense. If your main sentence has past tense, how should you change the reported speech? Which grammar tense you need to use?
Past perfect.
Okay, so make the sentence in past perfect.
The previous night
So now you need to use saw.
he had seen a
Yeah, you
fantastic.
see, you know how to do this. You just need to think a little bit. He had seen. It's that easy. You just need to think about the main verb. Okay, so what is the main verb for me in this sentence? The main verb is saw. I saw. Now, since I'm having this sentence in past simple, now I have to make the same verb in past perfect. All right, Chenshin, number 2.
Elena warned me that she would be back quite late from the theater that night.
That she would, you say, oh, she would maybe get back home, come back home, come back home. Okay, now why is that? Let's take a look. Why? Well, it's that easy because I have will. What did we say about will? We change it into would. That's it. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Claire, number 3, please.
I won't be late for the show, said Lucy. Lucy promised she would arrive time for the show.
She would arrive on time. Yeah, we can say that. She would arrive on time. So pay attention. What we had over here is won't, right? But still, it's the verb will. So that's why we're using would. Okay, Haley, the next one for you, please. Number 4.
You can't borrow my camera, Mike, said his father aloud. Mike's father told him he is not allowed to use his camera.
He's not allowed is not correct, sweetie. Can't borrow. Which grammar tense is this? Said his father.
Pardon?
Which grammar tense is this sentence in?
Present.
Is it in present? You have said his father.
Oh, past tense, past tense.
Past tense. So how are we going to change it now?
Mike's father told him he
Wasn't
allowed
Wasn't allowed what?
to use his camera.
To borrow. We're going to use the same verb that is in the main sentence.
Okay, sorry.
Borrow. Yeah, no, it's fine. No need for sorry. We're learning. So Mike's father told him he wasn't allowed to borrow his camera. Ishan, next one for you.
Hannah admitted that she had got several mistakes in the exercise.
That she, did you say had?
Yeah.
Okay. Had, you can say had or made several mistakes. Okay, cool. Perfect, because we're having the past simple in the main sentence, got. That's why we're changing it into had several. Now, guys, the second sentence, when you're making the reported speech, words can be a little bit different. The vocabulary could be a little bit different. Not necessarily this one, okay? But you need to be careful with the grammar tense. If it's in past simple, you need to use past perfect, okay? That's the rule. The words is pretty much a choice of yours, which one you're going to use and where. Okay, let's go with the next one. Kevin, do you want to try number 6, please?
I really enjoyed the play. Katie told George. Katie told George that she found the play very enjoyable.
Okay, she found or that she had found. Now this one will be, okay, let's explain this one. Now I'm going to put had in brackets because you can use it, but you also cannot. Let's take a look why. Had found. Okay, had found the play. All right, so why is that? 2 reasons. First one, look at the first part of the sentence. I really enjoyed the play. However, this is an active sentence, right? It's happening at the moment, even though I'm talking about something in the past. So that's why this sentence, you can write it in just past simple because it's going to refer to the first sentence, or you can use the past perfect tense, okay? So just pay attention to details like this. Of course, it's going to take a little bit of time, but I want to know how many of you have learned direct speech in school? Give me reaction. Because in the other group, no one didn't, they have no idea what does directed speech mean, actually. So same case here. Okay, so when we speak about directed speech or reported speech, we are actually referring to something that, in other words, we're narrating them, okay? We're just saying what happened with other words, okay? So that is the goal over here. When you're going to tell a story, direct speech. So direct speech is when I speak to you. This is directly coming from me to you, right? Does that make sense? Reported speech will be when I'm telling you a story from someone else. I saw Maria yesterday and she told me, I'm using past tense because she made the sentence in present tense to me. Does that make sense? Usually, when do we use reported speech? When we want to narrate something or retold something, retell a story, for example. You're going home and your mom asks you, for example, how was your day? And you say, oh, you know what happened? I had this friend, she did this and this and this. You're using reported speech. Does that make sense? Direct speech, when I'm talking to you, you're talking to me, it's a direct speech. When I'm telling you from someone else, maybe you were there, maybe you weren't there, who knows? That's a reported speech. Is it getting a little bit, does it ring any bells now? Okay, I'm gonna give you a short break. Once we're back, we will continue with this one. Let me just take a look. Okay, this one should be easy. Actually, all of the exercises are easy. Yeah, let's take a short break. And once you are back, we are going to continue because I want us to have a little bit of speaking, but I think we're going to have just about enough time. Ooh, we're not going to be able to do the writing today. That's okay. I'll give you homework. You hate me now. Take a break, please. See you in 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, I'm back. If you are back, well, I'll give you like a minute. Okay, so I'm going to go back to page 174. That's where did I put the book? Okay, so when it comes to reported speech, guys, there are also another things that you need to focus on. I'm going to show you now in a second. So you see, I stopped here because we didn't have these sentences, these examples in our sentences. However, I will speak about them now so you can know them. When we have a sentence with can changes into could. When we have my goes into might, and must go into had to. As I said, for you, ideally now would be if you write them down in your notebook and just have one example. Please don't do this example that you have in the book because you already have that one. So you have to try another one, okay? So again, in order for you to do a correct sentence with reported speech, you need to know these rules over here. And as I said down there, the grammar tenses, how do they change? If you don't know them, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. So don't stress yourself, oh, reported speech, what do I do now? Super easy. You're actually narrating the sentence. To narrate something, to tell. So you're narrating the sentence. However, when you're narrating, it's not a direct speech, right? Because you're not saying that to the person, but you are telling it from someone else. She told me that. She had told me, okay? Okay. Let me just scroll down. Also, when we have questions, well, the questions are pretty much the same thing. It's not really something very different, I guess. But I want to pay a little bit more attention to the part where you're going to change the terms. For example, when we have something in the present, will be today, this week, this month, this year. However, when we're going to do a reported speech with these words, we have to use these ones. So for example, Maria said to me, imagine I'm Maria. Maria says, it's going to be a lovely day today because I'm going to do my master's degree, for example. Now I'm using direct speech, right, to tell you about Maria. Now let's do reported speech. What I'm saying is, Maria told me that today was a beautiful day for her because she was going to do what? Her master's degree. So you need to change also the term. So for future reference, you're having tomorrow, next year, next month, the next, the following. Then again, the next and the following, when you talk about the next month, next year will be month, a year. When we have yesterday, we have that sentence, the day before or the previous day. Yeah, this was the first one. Last year comes as the previous year, the previous month, and so on. It's not that difficult. However, because you haven't learned it, it could be a little bit challenging. I'm not saying no, but that's okay. That's why we're learning it. So we're going to have patience and we will practice. No worries. Okay, let's take a look. Some of the verbs. How do we change them? As you can tell, I'm not reading everything from here because it doesn't really make any points over here. So let's take a look at the verbs. We're having verbs plus infinitive. Magda agreed to look after the children. She offered to take the children to the zoo. She's promised to phone me later. Okay, so first we're having agreement, offering, promise. Now, do you see if here actually you're having reported speech? Do you have reported speech here or no? Do we have it or no? Do you know what? Maybe I should stop here. Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to leave this for now because it's going to be a little bit too much for you. It's going to say, what is she talking about? For now, what I want you to learn is, or focus on, just this. Okay, this one. And now, since we already mentioned them, also can to, could, may to, might, must to, had to. Okay, just this, and potentially how we're going to change the time preferences over here. That's all for now that I want you to focus. The rest of it we will speak a little bit later, because I don't want you to get too confused, and then in the end we're not going to do anything. But let's go back to our book. This is page 89, exercise 4. Okay, so complete the sentences by writing the verbs in brackets in the correct form in the gap. So some of them will be in infinitive, other will be with ing. So I will give you the first one. She admitted stealing the watch. Stealing the watch. Can I please ask you to do the rest of the sentences and we can check them out? Are you ready? Nobody's saying anything. No idea if you're ready or not. Thank you. All right, let's get started. Tanjishi, I'll start with you. Number 2.
Number 2.
Yes, please.
Susan accused Brian of lying.
Of lying. Very well. Of lying. Okay, brilliant. 7, number 3.
Mark's mother agreed to buy him a new car.
To buy him. Very well. Haley, 4.
The children apologized for breaking the window.
Okay. Breaking the window. Kaitong.
Peter has invited me to visit him in Switzerland this summer.
Thank you. To visit. Ishan, 6.
Elaine persuaded his mother to buy him a new bike.
To buy. Very well. Claire, number 7, please.
Karen has promised to visit me after the summer.
Perfect. To visit. Shishan, 8.
I would recommend installing new computers in the office.
Installing, thank you. Installing, double L. Okay, cool. Chenshin, 9.
Can I remind everyone to send me an email if you're not coming to class next week?
Perfect, to send. And Sebastian, number 10, please.
Martin warned me not to use the machine.
Okay, not to use. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna put over here link because I deleted it. All right, cool. Now what I want you to do, take your pencil, pen, whatever you want to, and I want you to circle them. Admitted stealing. Accused of lying. Agreed to buy. Apologized for breaking. Invited me to visit. Persuaded to buy. Promised to visit. Recommend installing. Recommend. Hold on. This needs a little bit bigger. Remind to send. Warned. Warn me not to use. And I want you to make sentences with them. What is the goal here? I didn't take you to the page where we have the rules, okay? Because I want you to figure them out by yourself. What does that mean? Admitted, ing. Could be stealing, but could be something else, not necessarily stealing. So the idea here is, maybe I can circle this as well. What color do I choose? Green. Okay, so admitted, stealing, you need ing. Accused, lying, not accused to lie. When it comes to speaking, I've heard this, accused to lie, but it's not correct, okay? So what is the catch here? Focus on the second verb, because could be that verb, it could be something else. So you need to see, do you use infinitive? You're going to say to lie, accused. Susan accused Brian to lie. That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even sound natural. Apologize, ing. I apologize for interrupting you. So what is the goal here? I want you to make me sentences with these ones. Let me just tick them. Admit, accused, agreed, but please, don't use the same verb here, okay? You're changing the verb, but focus on ing. If there is an ing, means that you need to find another verb to make a sentence with ing. Should I say 10 sentences? Yeah, why not? Do 10. So let's recap. I think you're not clear with, oh, what did I do? I deleted them. Okay, probably you have them. So the goal is for you to use admitted, accused of, agreed, apologized for, invited me, persuaded, promised. Now, next to promise, now I don't want to see these words, okay? I don't want to see steal. But remember, there's ing. So I want to see here ing, any kind of verb you're going to have, okay? Does that make sense what I'm saying? Let's see. Do you know what? Let's make 5. You choose which sentences you like, because that's going to take a lot of time. 5 sentences. You choose which one you want to make a sentence, and we're going to hear it out. Anyone ready? Nope. Okay, 2 students. Tanjishi, can you read them for me, please?
Pablo's friend. Teacher,
Yes, I'm waiting.
Phil told me that the previous film was a fantastic film.
I'm sorry, sweetie, I couldn't understand which word did you use.
Phil told me that the film he saw in the previous night was a fantastic film.
Okay, but that's not the task. Do you understand what was the task?
Is it exercise 5?
No. You were supposed to make sentences from this box over here with admitted, accused, agreed, and so on. Who have done sentences? One of the Shen girls, was it? Ishan. Ishan, are you ready? Shen girls, okay. Are you ready, sweetie?
I just wrote 3 sentences.
That's fine, read them for us.
Okay. The man agreed to sign the contract. The boy promised not to play truant. Jess had invited me to go to her birthday party at Queensway Mall.
Okay, perfect. So that was the goal. The goal was for you to use these words over here, right? These verbs. However, instead of using the second word over here, you needed to play with the sentence. So that was the task. It wasn't exercise 5. Who else has sentences? Tevin, let's hear it.
Barney admitted that she used to bully her younger brother before. John agreed to help me finish my school project. David apologized for being late to school. Peter has invited me to his birthday party. Karen has promised to pay me back the money that she owes me next week.
Okay. Okay, good, perfect, well done. Why am I giving you this? So you can memorize them, which preposition, which adjectives, sorry, not adjectives. How do you change the verb, which preposition you need to use? That's why I'm giving you this task. Okay, let's get going for the next one because there are a couple of things I want us to cover today before I let you go. By the way, for your homework, you're gonna have to do an essay. I already sent the link in the WhatsApp. I gave the same homework to FCE Saturday group. So you should have the same one as well. Let's take a look at exercise 5. Complete the second sentence. However, it needs to have a very similar meaning to the first one. You need to use the word as it is given. You cannot change it. This is a task that you have on your examination as well. I will give you the example for the first one. You really should see that film, Pablo. His friend said. Pablo's friend advised him to see the film. Advised him to see the film. So we're having reported speech. This is the goal with this exercise. You've seen it so many times, but we still haven't officially presented how it should be in English, right? How do we say what kind of exercise is this? This is reported speech. You're gonna hate it. I'm joking, it's easy. As long as you know the grammar tenses, it's easy. Everything is easy after that. So you really should see that film. Pablo, you really should see that film, Pablo. His friend said. Look at this. We got said in the past, right? However, this sentence is written in present tense. Therefore, the reported speech is in past simple. Pablo's friend advised him to see that film. Let's see, once you're ready, give me thumbs up, all right? Well done, Claire, good sentences. How many of you are ready with this one? Exercise 5. Haley, good. 7, 2. Sebastian, 3. Clear, good. Okay, most of you are ready. Let's take a look then. I told you the first sentence. We're not going to read the first one. Let's go to second one. Claire, I'll start with you.
Why don't we go swimming this afternoon? Said Mary. Mary suggested going swimming afternoon.
Good. Mary suggested going swimming that afternoon. We're just going to say that afternoon because this becomes that in reported speech. Okay, the next one, Tevin, number 3, please.
Don't leave the light on when you go to bed, my father said to me. My father told me to switch off the light when I went to bed.
Bravo, perfect. My father told me to switch off. Brilliant. Number 4, Haley.
Don't leave the light on. Oh, sorry. Don't forget to post the letter, Silva told Natasha. Silva reminded Natasha to post the letter.
Bravo, perfect. reminded Natasha to post. Same name. What can you do? Okay, to post the letter. Tanjishi, do you have number 5, sweetie?
Yes.
Go on.
Our teacher accused us with our teacher accused us for not
do you-
paying any attention.
Sweetie, you don't have any attention over here. You got notice. Who has number 5? Claire, do you have number 5?
Our teacher accused us of not taking any notice of him.
Bravo. Not taking any. Very well. Perfect. Okay, we go to number 6. Chenshin.
I'll try as hard as I can to pass the exam, said Paula. Paula promised to try his best to pass the exam.
To try. Let's change to try with another verb. To do. Try to do. To do her best. Taking into consideration that you never had any previous knowledge with reported speech, you're doing great. So focus. Super easy, I promise you. All you have to do is memorize the grammar tenses. How do they change? Present simple, past simple. Present continuous, past continuous. Past simple, past perfect. If you would, if you learn this, no mistake. Doesn't matter with the words you can play. You don't necessarily need to use the exact word, right? You can use a synonym. So that is easy. Okay. Clearing this up, let's see, we're having 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Are we going to be able to do the next one? I think we will. Okay, we're going to read a little article about how people make money from YouTube, which means nowadays a lot of people are doing that, especially during the pandemic. Everyone stayed at home and they were trying to find a way how to earn money, which is obviously a good approach. Now we're going to read this article. However, something is missing in this article, but you have to find what exactly is missing. You're having the words, right? Don't get confused. So you're having the words here on the side, but you just need to choose the correct one. Please thumbs up when you're ready, okay? Because I will know when to check out the exercise. Otherwise, we're just going to sit here until we finish. We don't want that. Are you ready? Let's check it out. Okay, let's start with what you got, the first one, right? Which is the example. Anyone? Let's start with Tanjishi. Can you start, sweetie, please?
Geeks, musicians, teenage boys in their bedrooms. Anyone can now become a global internet sensation and a millionaire.
In the
In
the what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the answer.
my answer is in the process.
In the process, that is the correct answer. Tevin, keep going. Number 2, please.
In between the amusing videos of animals doing strange things and skateboarding accidents, people are building careers by uploading videos.
I'm sorry, which one did you put as the correct answer?
Career.
Career. Okay, yeah. Number 2 is C. Kaitong, next one for you.
In recent years, there have been many success stories of people who started at home with just a webcam and have now huge followings.
Okay, perfect. So 3 is A, very well. Ishan, number 4.
With over 100 million visitors to YouTube every month, advertisers have started aiming on the most popular video makers to take advantage of their loyal watchers.
Sweetie, the correct answer for number 4 won't be aiming, will be focusing. So the correct answer will be C. Okay, Chenshin, number 5, please.
Is it number 6 or number 5?
Number 5.
With over 100 million visitors to YouTube every month, advertisers have started focusing on the most popular video makers to take advantage of their loyal watchers.
So what is the correct answer?
C.
C. Number 5, the correct answer is also A. It's public. Okay, Claire, number 6.
Last year, YouTuber Michael Buckley announced that he was making over 100,000 a year from YouTube advertisements alone.
Okay, so what was the correct answer?
Announce.
Announce, yeah, which is D. Very well, thank you. Sebastian, number 7, please.
Effectively, the amount of money you earn is determined by the number of views you get.
Okay, perfect. And Haley, the last one.
A video of around 1 million views, which is typical for popular YouTubers, may bring in about $1,000.
Excellent, good. So these are the answers. I want to know how many of you had all correct. None. How many of you had 7 correct? Okay. 2, 3 students. 4. Okay. How many of you had 6 correct? Okay, not bad. Not bad. So guys, when you are having multiple choice, first you need to, that's why I'm saying so many times, when you're learning a word, make sure you're using it as a phrase, not just as a word. So when you're learning a verb, learn it with preposition. When you're learning an adjective, learn it with a noun, potentially with a noun, because it can change, right? It's an adjective, so it explains the noun. So you need to learn the words as a phrase rather than just a word on its own. Okay, cool. We're gonna stop here. Next week, we will do a little bit of speaking. We will start with speaking first. Will be a little bit of listening, right? And we're gonna explain something for the writing part, and hopefully we're gonna start Unit 9. Now, I want each one of you to show your faces, okay? I wanna ask you something and I wanna see your faces. I send you the link for the homework, but I will send it to you in the chat box as well. Just 1 second. You can have it. You need to write an essay. Okay, so Seven, is your camera working? Sebastian, yours? Just for the past 5 minutes. Yeah, okay. We'll be fine because we're not going to use anything. Now, I want to ask you for your feedback, guys. How much, how much do you think you've learned so far? Okay, I need your personal opinion. You need to say, did you improve? You haven't improved? How much did you improve? And so on. Okay, just think about it for a minute. Super important for us, but also we want to see, how do you feel? Because from my side, I think each one of you has a progress. With some of you, the progress is massive. With others, is not that high. However, progress is there. That is my point of view, right? Because I've been working with you for months and months, some of you even 2 years. So think about it for a moment. Kevin, I'll start with you. Tell me your opinion about the course so far. Have you improved? How much did you improve? Do you haven't improved? And so on. Just your kind of opinion.
I think I did improve a lot compared to my school, because this course it teach me a lot, like a lot more compared to my school. And I think I did improve.
Which skills do you think you improved the most? Is it writing, speaking, vocabulary, listening?
I think speaking. I improve a lot in speaking.
Good, perfect, thank you. Tanjishi, how about you, sweetie? You're a little bit younger than the rest of the students, so I want to know, what is your opinion? Did you improve something? Did you not improve something? I don't know, tell me.
Well, maybe I did improve more of my grammar.
Okay.
And maybe a bit more vocabulary from the idioms.
So overall, are you happy with the progress and the course so far?
Not really.
Okay. What is it, something that you want to be focused more on?
Probably my vocabulary and grammar.
Okay. So you don't think that the grammar and the vocabulary that we're doing during the class is enough for you?
It is enough for me, but I don't really use it.
You don't really use it. Now,
So
Siri,
it's sort of a
unfortunately,
me problem.
Pardon? Say it again?
So it's sort of a me problem, not the class's problem.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So because this level is a little bit high, and I'm aware of your age, and sometimes you might gonna just get lost with the vocabulary because you're not gonna find it useful, because for your age, you don't necessarily going to use this kind of vocabulary. Now, even though the vocabulary is not like extremely challenging or something, however, it's a little bit, I would say a little bit too much for the age that you actually have. But okay, there is a progress, so that's a good thing, right? Cool. Okay, Claire, how about you? You came a little bit late. You started a little bit late. What do you think so far?
I think I improved a lot in speaking part.
Okay.
And my listening is still weak.
Okay, so that means that you need to work a little bit more on the listening skill. Okay, perfect, good. We'll take that into consideration as well. Ishan, how about you?
So I think I've not improved in the question, something like complete the second sentence to have the similar meaning to the first sentence.
Okay, good.
Although
So
we
there is,
did so much exercise.
okay, good. But that's a good thing that you actually have an improvement. Now, guys, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to improve, not unfortunately, with some students, it happens, they get improved in everything. But why is that? They're doing the homework regularly. And I must say for you as a group, you're not really doing the homework regularly. Now you have for the past couple of classes. Before that, you had this awkward pause where literally just 2-3 students going to do the homework. That's not helpful. Okay, if I'm being honest, that's not helpful. I told you before when we started the course, FCE is a little bit more demanding rather than the lower levels because it's a huge gap from PET to FCE. The gap is huge. However, I'm trying to push as much as I can to activate each one of you. However, those 2 hours that you come over here, I don't think it's enough. You need to find something else also to do. All right, let me ask one more student. Kai Tong, how about you?
I think I made a little progress, but I still need to improve on speaking and listening.
Okay, speaking and listening. Okay, good, good. I'm going to have that into consideration. That's why I'm asking you, just to see what we need to focus on more. Personally, I think that speaking has been improved with each one of you. If you have the chance to see how you spoke at the beginning of the course and how you're speaking now, you're going to notice a massive difference. And that's a good thing. Maybe you're not realizing because you haven't heard the comparison from, let's say, 9 months ago and now. But if you have the chance to see that, most likely you will be surprised that you actually made a progress. Okay, cool. If you are having any issues with anything, obviously make sure to let me know. You can always text me. I might not going to be able to reply to you right away because of the time difference. However, I am trying to reply each one of you. When it comes to the essay writing, I'm just receiving only from Tanji Shi. The rest of you, you're not doing the essays. I had one from one of the Shen girls. Was it Yi Shen or Chen Shen? Can't remember now because I read it last night. Yeah. But the rest of you guys, you're not really doing the essay now. However, the next homework is just for essay writing. So let's see how is that going to be for you. Any questions, maybe? No? Okay, cool. Thank you so much for coming to class. It was nice seeing you, and I'm seeing you in 7 days. Have a good evening, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Teacher, thanks, teacher.
Bye.